Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty. Want me to start this one?
Sure.
Okay. So first, I gotta say this whole fight scene with Morgan and Jesus. I was waiting for Morgan to say, "They don't clear," or "Away with you." um, and also, anytime Jesus goes to battle, I'm really gonna need him to like pull his hair back into a French braid. Like it's just not sensible to go around flipping and shaking and flipping and shaking it. Like anybody could like pull that
It's
hair,
very
tug
impractical.
on. It's just not
It's very
practical.
impractical.
Yeah, it's not. Even Maggie car hair because it gets in the way.
I'm really surprised that I was rooting for, well, not rooting for, but if I was gonna bet on one to win, I thought that Morgan was gonna win. Uh, that really surprised me. It just seemed like every time that Jesus hit him or whatever, he just was like, gasping for breath. He was just like badly conditioned in, comparison to Jesus. And maybe it's just because, he's his reasons for fighting are anger based, and Jesus is kind of like using that sort of energy against him, turning it on him.
Mm-mm.
That didn't go the way that I thought it was going to.
No,
So
I thought crazy usually always wins. That
yeah,
being said, Jesus did with his whole "you had enough." If Morgan had wanted to kill him, he totally could have. And when I first saw that scene, I totally thought that the staff was through Jesus's neck.
yeah, it looked like it.
So Jesus was like Morgan's gone, but he's not that far gone that he would kill one of his own people.
Yeah.
But it was dangerously close.
I'm I'm confused about Morgan. I don't understand really like what I don't get what's going on with him. It's like, I mean, he decided that he's gonna kill a bunch of people, and like he did, and then but then now he's saying, I don't want to be a part of this. What is this? What is he even saying when he says that? He's
You said Jesus?
I'm sorry, not Jesus, Morgan. Morgan.
Oh, he can't be on the mission with them because he's too volatile. Like he almost stabbed Jesus through the throat, and so he figures I should probably take a walk. So
I mean, it could
I'm
be
gonna.
taken two different ways. I mean, that's also something that you say when you're like, conscious. It's like a conscientious objector type thing.
I
It could have meant that too.
I think he was putting himself on the bench
Yeah, maybe. I don't
because
know.
he's gung ho with the killing now. He's not gonna be like, well, I can't kill anymore. He's
Hmm.
just, he's not. When he said I'm not right, he meant in the head, but he means he wasn't wrong about killing those saviors.
Yeah, he
Which I
also.
agree.
I also thought it was funny that he was like aiming for that big dude, the
He should
tall.
have aimed harder.
Yeah, and then, but even though he killed the wrong one, he was still like willing to kill another one because that dude wasn't dead. Oh my God, that guy, man, I
Can
swear.
someone kill him, please? Can he get eaten by Shiva?
Yeah, so one thing that I noticed
Hmm.
that I didn't notice the first time that I watched this episode was in the first scene where Jesus and Morgan are walking on the side of the road and they're like leading those saviors with the rope. They purposely keep that. What is that guy's name?
I don't know.
Okay, we're
Douchebag
just gonna
savior.
call him douchebag savior. They keep him in the frame constantly so that you can see his dumb smirk on his face, and he's staring at Morgan all like, like, I know how to annoy you, blah blah blah. And then when Jesus says to Morgan, "We don't execute," the guy's smile gets like even bigger, and then the very next scene that you see them all in, that's when he, lays into him about the armor and like, oh, it didn't help that kid and blah blah blah. I think what happened is when he heard Jesus say like, we don't execute, he was like, oh, I have leeway. I can still mess with Morgan's head, and they're not going to do anything to me because their code apparently is not to kill. Or maybe it
Yeah.
was even a test to see if Morgan would kill him, or maybe it was even to just like start.
He took Jesus' word as the, wait for it,
Well,
gospel.
I don't know. I actually think that that possibly was like deliberate because he knew that Morgan disagreed with that, and so I think he knew that if he like pushed Morgan enough and Morgan tried to kill him, Jesus would stop him, which created a diversion and allowed them to escape.
Mm.
I actually think
Well,
that was
no, well,
planned out,
the walkers allowed them to escape, not Jesus and Morgan.
but it was
And
leading towards that anyway, though. I mean, if he kept pushing
that
him,
diversion wouldn't have been big enough for that though. The others were
eh,
still around. But that being said, speaking of their escape, how the fuck did they escape? Like, I mean, they were all tied together and they somehow left the dead guy laying there. Like, how did they disassemble so quickly?
I'm not sure how that happened. I mean, that fight between the two seemed like it was going on for quite a while. Um,
I guess.
who knows? I mean, maybe one of them like went over to the guy and just figured out how to like undo the knot from just his hands and then got it loose. Like that's possible. So yeah, I think that's what was going on there. So
Hmm.
those two are going to have a very problematic relationship in the future. Now I wonder what Morgan's going to do. Is he just going to like drop out and like?
No, Morgan's gonna get another fight with someone else. Probably Ezekiel.
That would make sense. That would make sense. It'll be a battle for Carol. Anyway, if you guys like what we have to say, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here. We're going to be posting stuff like this almost every day from now on. So thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And we'll talk to you soon.